we're going to do rocks out of this reference of my painting which I have done. So we're going to use this as a reference and we are going to draw. I'm going to show you how to make the rocks. Once you have the rocks, then in another space, I'll show you all how to do the leaves and the flowers and the foliage, and then we'll put in some sea or a little river flowing through. But today we are going to do just this rock. So let's just go and take a brown pen or any dark colored watercolor color pencil, and I think we should remove our reference. We may damage it, and let's not damage the reference. Let's just take it there, and this is how we'll do our rocks. We'll do one huge rock here, and then we'll do a tiny rock here. And you see that I always shade my paper, whatever is my painting, I love to shade it before, and then I do one more rock here. So now what we are going to do is we are just going to fill in the colors of a rock, and very lightly, just a little semblance of these. I just want a little sketch so I can get the right shades, and then we'll shift to watercolors, right? So we just taken a little of the brown, far away, some here, some here. Do the same over here. The idea is to get you to learn how to make a rock, because whenever we do a landscape or a seascape, or we have rocks and sea, rocks and river, then our rocks need to look a little like rocks and not blobs. So this is what we are doing, and I'm just keeping this aside a little bit here. And let's take a size 8 or a size 12 brush, water it down a little bit, bring it down. Bring down the colors, fill in the colors, right? We have filled in some browns, so we should get the hues of brown. And then we'll go a little darker as we move forward. So that's our first coat, and let's see how we move forward. Take some light, darker colors here. Almost dropped my entire paint palette. It's the kind of mistakes I make on a regular basis, but that's what's the fun part of the painting is. So this is the darker sides of my rocks. We're going to keep it light in the center, just a little dark there, and this will be the wall of this. Again, a little dark here, and that will be our last rock with little color coming this way. Right, so those will be the lightest portion of our rocks, which have the light falling on them, the light sources falling on them, right? So now we just wait for this to dry up a little so we can put our next dark shades. We'll need to just keep on adding little dark colors. I'm using burnt sienna, I'm using a little Payne's gray, and I'm building up the colors so that my rocks do look like rocks. And so we'll wait for this to dry up a little bit, and then we'll continue. Now we take darker shades of burnt umber and violet. I'm going to combine these two and just add them to my other colors. Fill it up and get the darker hues. Now our painting is like this, that its first coat has dried, and my very first coat was, of course, I'd already splattered in some paint, and then I took to making the sketch of my rocks. And now what I would like to do is I would just take a smaller brush and sort of do the outline again. Just get it in some you always need it to move. We need the color to move in a certain way, so we will put in the dark hues. Remember to keep adding your dark hues on top of the light hues and show semblance that you have a rounded rock, a three-dimensional rock, right? So please try to use a bit of water, extend it, go up, come down. I'd like to take a little more of my brown, come up, and you see that I'm mixing the paint on the paper today. It's something I do quite often. I mix, instead of blending it on the palette, I mix it up on the paper. Coming down here with darker hues. Then we have the shaded parts here of this rock. Watch how your shading is happening, and always remember that you must keep in account that there is light coming in from, there's a light source coming in, and use the belly of the brush, swipe up, swipe down to get the right amount of color. If you find your color has come in too much, dab it with your paper towel, wash your brush, come down. A little darker over here. Okay, we can see that forming up. Dab in, move the excess paint. We'll put in our final dark shades. Absolutes. Just put in a little shading. Just pull out the color from the rocks. With that, you can get shaded parts. Just pull out the rain water here. So you shift the rocks behind. And now if I want to shift this rock really behind, I'll make it darker here a bit. And just a little bit of darkness we need over here to differentiate between the rocks. I would like to splatter it a little. It's a lot of splatter. Just a bit. Just blend it a little bit. Use your brush in every stroke. Okay, that's how we've got our strokes, and our rock is almost complete. I would like some light source coming this way. So how would I do it? I'll take a little white, just blend it in any shade. Just get it light over there. Just wanted to blend in. Where the light is falling, so I would like it to be brightest here. Brightest here, this where the light is falling. So like some kind of a light source coming here. Please try to use all kinds of sides of your brush. Your belly is important, the tip is important, but beginners tend to use only the tip, so please try to use the belly as well. And that completes our rocks. And if you want to show some semblance of water coming through them, this is the way we do it. Just put in little streams. That's your water. Extend it a little bit. And our rocks are ready. Can put in a little more blues to make it so. Try to be creative and get your, and you know, there is, the water is always touching it and creating some kind of foam. Create some kind of foam over here. So we complete our rocks. Thank you for watching. I'm Seema Josen and I'd love to teach watercolors. And this we have just taken a little reference from here, from my main painting, and worked only on rocks. If you like, you could just do the sky a bit. Take a thicker brush and just create an illusion of a sky. Clouds, sky. Just be as creative as you can. Our main hero of our painting was our rocks. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you liked it. Do subscribe, do like, do share. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just going to add 2 little sailboats to my painting of my rocks to make it, give it a little more depth. And there we go.